Hello there, my name is Ismas, and this is not the typical tutorial that I usually post on the channel. I find those tutorials a bit repetitive because it's just you repeating the same things you have done before and explaining the same things you have already explained before. They are necessary to learn, but at some point you have to move over to real projects. Remember one time I went into an interview for a job on a local TV station, presented my demo reel. What they told me is that my demo reel demonstrated that I could use the application, but I was not able to show in the demo reel that I could execute a project from start to finish. And their comment was, my demo reel was great if they were looking for someone who knew how to use the program, but what they were looking for was someone who could show within their demo reel that they could create a project from start to finish. So I'm also exploring the idea of moving away from these typical tutorials of move the cube here or move the vertex, turn on this, turn on that, and instead just work on projects. For example, what Colin Levy did here on his channel. So he's a director. If you don't know him, you can just go watch his new short movie, Skywatch. Is a very interesting movie. It's very well made. High production. After he released the movie, I think it's this year, with 1 million views, really doing well. It started showing you the different things he went through to create the project, and this is what I'm trying to do. It would help to work on a project and show everything that goes into a project, like he's doing here. So he's showing you how he got a famous actor here, and then showing you the VFX breakdown, and then the behind the scene, then the positing that went into the shot. So I'm trying to go for these kind of things here because it's more exciting to work on, and it demonstrates the things that need to go into a project. So my idea is to start working on short movies, maybe parody movies, because I have a lot of comedy sketches in my mind. The first idea I'm going to tackle here is a parody I have in mind about Spider-Man. The idea of Spider-Man in Africa, because I live in Africa, so I'm just exploring how ridiculous that would be. Your neighborhood Spider-Man in Africa, not just anywhere in Africa, but in rural Africa, meaning there are no tall buildings where he could shoot his webs. Spider-Man, the way he moves around is just swinging from building to building, and without those buildings. So I found different locations that I will be shooting this in, because I'm going to be shooting a live action and then mixing with some visual effects for maybe the web and maybe the actual character. Depending on how it goes, I'll be continuing to make this kind of short comedies so that we actually produce real project. I'm not really sure how much this is going to cost me. I've already bought a camera. It's a Canon 70D. It's not the most expensive cameras. I might even decide to just hire a different camera, maybe a Red or a Sony FS. I have a few friends who are good at using cameras, so I might just ask for their assistance there. But hiring cameras here is a bit expensive. Maybe even get some lights if we need them. But if it's becoming too expensive, I'll just shoot it raw without that expensive gear. So that's why I am once again asking for your support. So if you want to support the project and other projects that are coming up, you can become a Patreon. That way you can help me work on this. Any support that you can send is very much welcome. And you also get free 3D models and maybe even look at behind the scenes if I make those and other things like that. So yeah, that's it. Again, I'm trying to move away from these step-by-step tutorials to working on actual projects. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.